Sonic Forces is considered a failed game among its critics, and some fans saying that it's just as disappointing as Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I think we can turn down the harshness of that statement because Sonic Forces wasn't a broken mess of a quote stable build that shook the foundation of the fanbase so hard that it broke apart like the planet in Sonic Unleashed. No, Sonic Forces just finished too early, and because of that, we have a story of no plot, short stages, a false inclusion of classic Sonic which plays worst in generations, and possibly one of the worst villains Sonic has ever faced. But I actually enjoyed my time with it, especially the avatar stages and its big but very limiting avatar creator. Yes, I'm weird, but then again, who isn't? And I still stand by that the entire Death Egg Phantom boss battle, as in all 3 phases, is good. Better than the Nego Wisp armor from Sonic Colors, which it borrowed from? Yes, actually, and that brings me to my main point. If you have followed me on Twitter, I have been very vocal about the fact that I do in fact prefer Forces over Sonic Colors, with Colors being at the bottom of the 4 3D boost games, with Unleashed rightfully in first place. And your next question is probably, why? Sonic Colors is loved by all. The critics actually liked the game, it broke the dreaded Sonic cycle that has plagued the series for years. And I agree, Colors did a lot of things right and had good ideas. Sonic was the only playable character, the game design was based on the day stages of Unleashed, the Wisps were temporary power-ups that attributed to platforming and or puzzle solving to acquire the new red star rings, and the story was fun, as it felt like an episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog with more structure. Not to mention the vastly distinct world aesthetics, a freaking food planet people, and an awesome soundtrack. It's rightfully a good game in many minds, but hindsight is a fickle thing, and with the recent Ultimate version for current consoles, post-patch that is, Sonic Colors exhibits one thing that ultimately sours my experience replaying it post-Forces. Sonic Colors is safe. Safe? But safe is good, right? A safe game is better than a bad game, surely. To a degree, yes. But a safe game pushes no boundaries and takes no risks. With safe, you know what to expect. With a safe game, you get a bland game. And honestly, bland is worse than bad. With bad, you can still talk about it with others on what is bad about it for years. Why do you think Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 and Boom Rise of Lyric are still discussed to this day? Bland is forgettable, but if it wasn't for the negative reaction of Sonic Unleashed Werehog, or the positive reception of Colors by those who dismissed Sonic for years, Sonic Colors would have probably faded into the white noise. But that's not to say that Sonic Colors is a perfect game either. The game feels unnecessarily padded with 6 stages for each world, with some acts barely lasting 30 seconds, and taking place entirely on a 2D plane. There's more 2D platforming than 3D in Sonic Colors, which of course benefited the Wii's less than stellar capabilities when compared to the PS3 and Xbox 360. But I call BS on that, as Sonic Unleashed on the Wii at least tried to have a trimmed down experience of the HD version. Furthermore, the Wisps don't endear themselves to me. They are unique, varied, and a different change of pace as temporary power-ups. Plus they're just adorable, an easy second place to the chow. But the problem is that they are, for the most part, optional. Very rarely are they required to advance, and mostly just act as metaphorical keys to get to the red rings necessary for the Sonic Simulator and unlocking Super Sonic. Aside from 2 or 3 Wisp powers, they're all recycled powers we've seen and used before. Hovering, spin dash, light dash, rockets, destruction, wall climbing. Sonic Team literally repackaged old abilities, given them new coat of paint and stole them back to us. I know the term used for this is lateral thinking, but when my mind makes these connections, I can't help but feel a little peeved about it. Am I still ticked off that these coloured little aliens are back in Lost World and Forces? Yes, but less so in Sonic Forces, as it didn't distract from the overall gameplay and were used exclusively by the Avatar via the Wispon. Are they still situational? Yes, but it all depended on what Wispon you had equipped. You couldn't use a Void or Hollow Wisp for example while using the Burst Wispon, just the corresponding coloured wisp. Besides what little exploration for the various rings to collect or branching paths there were in Forces, the wisps weren't necessary either. The only wisp that had any importance were the white wisps used for Sonic's boost, just like in Sonic Colors. So why do I like Forces more than Colors? Colors certainly took the safe route and got the series back on track for the foreseeable future, with Sonic Generations being a nostalgia-filled journey for the series until then, and definitely was the high point of the 3D gameplay from Unleashed and Colors. Until the next game where they changed tactics with Sonic Lost World, failed to launch a sub-series with Sonic Boom, except the TV series that flourished despite the games, have a team of fans develop a classic nostalgia-baited game with Sonic Mania, only to return to what made the games good with Forces. And like I said, Sonic Forces has a lot of things wrong with it, but nothing to the extreme of being broken. The game is objectively so mediocre with its highs and lows that you're either in one of two extremes. You either like it or you hate it. And I like it. And the reason why that is that I had fun with Sonic Forces. You're allowed to have fun with games, remember, no matter how bad others say they are. When I got Sonic Forces on launch day, I finished it in one sitting. That's not the biggest brag I know, as the game only takes 3 hours to finish, but so does Sonic Colors, yet it took me a week to finish that. Minus Classic Sonic, even though it had the best designed levels, I had fun speeding through as Sonic. I loved making my avatar, customizing him as I played, and making my avatars post-game. It was fun playing as my badass avatar with an overpowered Wisp on and Wire Shot. Even the team-up stages had a lot to offer both Sonic and your avatar. The game looks gorgeous, not counting the geometric flora, and yes, I even laughed at the attempts of being serious with little to no stakes in the story. I had no fun with Sonic Colors, and if I did, it was very fleeting. I loved the visuals, I enjoyed racing motorbugs in Sonic Carnival, some of the wisps were fun to use, especially the drill and laser, and finding the red rings was actually more fun than playing the main story. And no, I'm not going to change your mind, and that's not my goal here. I wanted to explain why Colors falls short in comparison to Forces for me, and considering my feelings on Sonic Mania, which as of writing I still haven't replayed, you're probably thinking that I just like bad games over the good. Far from it. I hate Sonic 06. I despise Secret Rings' gameplay. Free Riders could have worked if it wasn't for the ball and chain that is the Kinect, and Labyrinth can burn in hell. But even the best of games can falter in the eyes of its hardcore fans. I'm sure there are some fans out there who would class Sonic Generations as a waste of time as it offers nothing new, or that Sonic Adventure was the start of the dark age of Sonic and that we hadn't had a good Sonic game in 25 years. Like with my previous video on Sonic Mania, I don't sugarcoat my opinions, and I don't hold back my thoughts and feelings on this franchise that I've grown to love over the past 30 years. This is why I keep saying be your own fan. You don't have to agree with my opinions, and I respect you for it.